Sorry, a little late switching screens, but I was talking to the boy about his class. But congrats to Alex on first and Crazy on second, and the I'm here. We have our little tree, and then our two boxes for the day. Um, so the other day I did make a Grinch penis, and I finished him, but he's over there. I forgot I set him off to the side. I'll have to grab him later. But then I started working on a stackable snowman. So remember the cauldron I showed for Halloween? You could take the lid off and actually stick things in it. This snowman's kind of the same way. Each pocket, each snowball, you can put stuff in. But I ran out of white, so I got like the large snowball and its inside done. And then the inside of the medium one and like 3/4 of the outside. And I ran out of white. But I did its arms and its hat and its scarf and everything, and its nose. And I took liberties with the hat instead of making it like a black. Whoop, moving the hat caused everything to tumble over. Instead of making it a black hat, I did green, cause artistic liberty and yarn. Just use stuff up. And I made the arms kind of like a gray or white wood instead of your typical brown. But inside here, it's its nose and its little arms. But this is if this is the medium sized pocket, I hate to see what the small pocket looks like. But also, this is like it's still the right weight of yarn, but it's like a thinner size 6. So like maybe if I used a thicker yarn, it would be bigger because the stitches would be bigger. But this is the bottom one, the bottom of the snowman. And like I said, this would go inside there and go up and then smaller again. But so when I go shopping tomorrow, I'll buy more white yarn and then I can finish it up. But I started working on, I have a gelatinous cube pattern, so I started working on that this morning after finishing up the hat and doing the nose. And there's only 3 bags in today's book, which maybe isn't a bad thing because I have to do like a shorter stream because of needing to pick up the girl child. But that being said, we could potentially finish it today instead of on Tuesday. Either one is fine with me. I don't really have a preference. I have a choo-choo train and stuff we could do then on Tuesday, or Tuesday we could just craft. I know, boo, I'm sorry. I have to do my 11 to 2 so I can be in the pickup line for her because um they're not having D&D. Like they planned on having it, but I guess like so they have teachers that are their like supervisors. They don't really control the club or what the club does, but they kind of monitor it because teenagers left unattended is not a good thing most of the time. So the one that they have is a guidance counselor, and she's got to get stuff done because it's the end of the quarter as well. So, her focus needs to be on that more than the club, which I don't know what happened to their other supervisor, if they left the district completely and like went to a different school or what happened, but they don't have that one anymore. Which I mean um partly depending on what she has to do, I don't see why she couldn't still be like if it's like putting in grades and stuff on the computer. I don't entirely see why she couldn't do it while they did their D&D, but also she needs to do what she needs to do. Welcome in, Blast Steady. How are you doing? Are you getting all prepped for the holiday? I am slightly annoyed because 2 years ago when we hosted Christmas, I made sure to, it has been a while, but that's okay. Life, life happens. Um, we waited around forever for my sister-in-law to tell us when a good time was for her to have the dinner because they do church. And then we didn't do it last year because we went away for Thanksgiving and Christmas, like to visit people instead of being at home. So this year I said, fine, I will host again, but it's going to be when I say, and you can come or not come. Because I like to be organized and ready and kind of like have a plan. And I hate waiting around for like other people to decide. Right? Especially since I feel like if I'm the one putting the time into hosting it and paying for everything, I should get the deciding factor. You know what I mean? Well, they called last night. We're having trouble. We need to get to church. Can you change the time? So I begrudgingly said, fine, whatever. Do what you want, which was really like a fuck you. But we only moved it up an hour. Because they're like, we can do it at 12 or 1 or 6 o'clock at night. Well, I'm not doing it at 6 o'clock at night. But I don't know if I'll host again next year because I hate this. Like, I feel like if I'm the one doing everything, you can either come or you can not. Like, you don't get to decide the time if you're not the person hosting it. But that's just probably me. And also, like, you didn't know church services were at the time that they're at before, a couple days before Christmas. Like, you knew because they're the same time every year. Sorry. This is me, being annoyed and complaining. And you guys are here, so you have to listen to me. You don't really have to listen to me. You can mute me or leave or, You don't have to be subjected to my rant, but I'm ranting anyway. But anyway, now that my rant is over, I hope you guys are having a good day. I keep obsessively checking the tracking of that ugly sweaters I bought because I didn't realize they were coming from Timbuktu. But it said that yesterday they cleared US shipping, like customs, and that they were being transferred to like whoever's going to deliver, whether it's UPS, FedEx, USPS, But it said it was in like Illinois, which really isn't terribly far from Arkansas. So hopefully I'll get them early next week. Here's to hoping though, And I don't know if it's gonna like update with like the local shipping tracking number or if it's just gonna stay on whatever company this is that the tracking's through. But hopefully I'll get to show you guys. And if not, I'll just wear it for my stream after Christmas because it's funny. It says, so I am geeky. It is a sweater, right? Like a bluish sweater, like dark blue, light blue. And it's got like a satellite moony thing on it. And then it says, Chernobyl Safety Team 1986 or Chernobyl Cleanup Team or something, which not everybody may find funny, but I find funny because I have a weird sense of humor. But I also got some shirts for Crazy in the order, which is kind of more why I want it to come. Okay, that's one more layer on our tree. So, questions. I will stream Tuesday, but I don't know if I'm actually going to stream on Christmas. So do we want to finish up the Advent that day? Like on Tuesday? That way we're good either way? Or do we want to just wait till the next time I stream and go from there? I don't know why I'm trying to shove that back in the box like it's the instruction. Oh, they're so little pieces. We are nearing the tippity top, 66, 67. There's a Porygon and the timer ball reminder. No one caught the Porygon. Boo. Rigged. Okay, so nope, nope, you're not playing. Okay, and then this one on the bottom. Is this a dark one and a dark quarter piece? But the Gift Boy Wonder picked for me came yesterday. He and Crazy just need to wrap it and put it under the tree. And then when I go shopping tomorrow, I'll pick up the gift cards for my nibblings because I'm not trying to figure out what kind of gifts teenagers want. I have hard enough time figuring out what gifts my teenagers want, let alone somebody else's. And I figure the gift that every teenager wants is money. So it's a good shot, you know? Heck, as an adult, I would love the gift of money. We've been randomly trying out different music stations. We tried 2 YouTube ones, but I kept getting frustrated because commercials. So we went back to Amazon Prime, the music station, and I tried some different music ones there. So I'm missing a I'm missing, unless it slid forward, no. Missing a little diamond. Like the little quarter piece. That's right. There might be one in another box. Because I believe in one of them there was a couple extra pieces. So I will go back through the boxes and look. I did not pay attention to which way I put these. That's all right. Easy fix. Easy peasy. But also apparently with this side, break everything. So there is that. We have our little, I feel like that bottom one is like extra far right there. Maybe it's that it's a little loose. Yeah, that's better. I'm pushing it in a little bit better. That works. So this is our winding tree. I believe at the end, it has lights you put on it. This is the tree so far. I have to, I don't know. I have, so this is supposed to go on here, but I have not been able to get this to go down. I even tried like, you know, let me beat it with something. I've tried like, let me extend, because this is like a little thing. I was like, maybe if I push it, but then I was like afraid I was going to break the little plastic bar, even though it did feel like it went down a little bit. It felt like it moved a little bit. I don't know, you know, manhandle it. We'll get it to work, right? Oh, it fits like in now, so, oh, ooh, I'm getting it. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. I did get it to go all the way till it's level. Now I just have to get it to go down further. Apparently manhandling it was the answer. I don't know how I'm gonna get it past the lip, but I feel like it is moving a little bit past the, but maybe it's just my imagination. Also, you shouldn't have to do this. Like, can I get it enough to use like this piece to push? But I don't think so. Good morning. How are you doing? Sorry, turn down my space here. This is Fuego, first of all. It's not Lego. And everything else has done fine except for this. It does not want to move down this pole, but I did manhandle it with, I forgot to start my closed captions as well. I did manhandle it down a little bit just now with this pliers, whatever you want to call it. So we're trying to manhandle it a little more. I say we like you guys are here, but you know what I mean. Like, manhandle it without break it, you know? Anyway, I got it better than it was. Because this was, like, barely in here. And I've tried, like, gripping this and pressing down, but it didn't really do anything. Except scratch it. But like I said, we're better than we were before. Maybe a smaller like needle nose plier would work, or maybe I'll just wind up breaking it. I don't know. But before I got it like this, and that got it to press down. But now we're at like the part where the pole is peeking through, so like covering the whole top really isn't gonna work. And I have tiny hands, and I can barely reach both ends of the thing. But like I said, it's better than it was before. So maybe I'll try needle nose pliers next. But either way, this is our advent tree. Let me move things around. This is this tree. Where did you come from? Where did you? Oh, I know where. Maybe? Yes. Came from down there. Okay, let me put these boxes in the big box. And we can move the little tree over here. So this is our big tree. You can't see it right now because the leaves cover some of it, but when you turn the button, the tree turns, and like you can kind of see it, the kind of hands on the clock turn, and there's a choo-choo train down here at the bottom that it turns. And we've been doing a book a day, and today's book only has 3 bags in it. But I have to do like a shorter stream because Fantasy's after school things aren't happening today. But that being said, we might just decide to finish it today. And I kept thinking they were going to put more things like decorate these rooms more, but maybe they're not. So I'm going to stick Mrs. Claus in here because it looks like she has a gingerbread house and like a piping bag. And this room kind of looks like a kitchen. So let's stick her in there. Well, the door won't close with her there. Like the way she is. Let's try moving her over a little bit. It closes then. Oh, nope, she got popped off. Okay, let's try a different way. Maybe facing the rear. There we go. And this guy just kind of fell in. He's got skis. But maybe let's put Santa in this room. We can always change where he is later. You know. But I put Santa in that room. It's got like a table, and over here's like the mailbox. And then on the other side, it's more like a workshop space. Come on, open up. So let's put the guy with like all the stuff in here. And this guy has like a little radio. And on this side, it talks about like fixing Santa's sleigh. So let's see if we can't stick him back there. Or in here somewhere. We'll just leave his little snowman-y man in there. Oh, that does work. Okay. We'll just put those there for now because we are building like up here. And I don't want them to get like knocked off. What are we? I feel like we're not connecting. Like not getting in the right spot. Maybe we are, and it just feels like we're not. Nope, it looks like we are. But we can't put the ski man in there, obviously, because he's got skis. So we'll just set him over there. But like I said, we have 3 bags. And this 3 bags is supposed to be... Did I? I don't know. Let's look with the other book. No, I have the right book. I don't know anymore. Or any less. But I'll point it down here because we're mainly like building and we don't attach it till like the very end. So, and Mischievous, which is a Screech Pokemon, I believe that. Gen 2 type, Tier C Ghost type, Phantom Ball or Feather Ball. But hopefully everyone is doing well and prepping for their Christmas. Ooh, look at this printed brick. So I learned, I don't know, a kind of a neat fact last night. So I knew that NORAD, you know, you can track Santa around the world on NORAD on Christmas Eve. I did not know, like, what started that. But last night, I had a little tidbitty fact pop up on something, and it was like, it started because Sears printed a phone number in this ad saying that you could call Santa. And there was a misprint, though, and it sent it to what the agency was known as before it was known as NORAD. It's like CORAD or something like that. And they thought, instead of like disappointing these children who were calling, that they would start to track Santa. So they played along, and now it's become this thing many years later where you track Santa through NORAD on Christmas Eve. So it was totally not something they intended to do and a total accident, but now it's become a thing and it's kind of cool. And since I know that weird fact, you all get to know the weird fact. I know many weird facts, or I don't know, non-weird facts, but kind of weird facts. Okay, we're gonna do another elf. This elf has like hearts for eyes. Is he a love elf? And he has a little cup of milk. Green legs. So legs, chest, face, head. This, oh, it's gonna have one of these and some little antlers. Okay. Legs, body. His little shirt looks like it has a kitty cat on it. So I keep seeing Lego has like almost looks like Dr. Seuss cat in a hat thing for Christmas this year. Is that something we can build? Because I really want to build like the cat in a hat guy. He does have 2 faces, a normal face and a heart's face. We're going with the heart's face. Put his little hat on with his ears. Then he's got a cup in this hand. And his little reindeer stuffed animal, I'm guessing. So another elf had something similar to this, but it was a snowman. We'll set you off to the side with Mr. Ski Elf. Okay, so we're building like the mid-level of the tree. Probably the green side first, because that's what we've been doing. So they have like green and orange so you can keep track of like which side of the building it's supposed to be on. So I'm guessing green because that's generally what we've been building first, but we shall see. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. I was listening to a podcast through Amazon, so I think I turned the volume down to what it normally is, but I'm not positive. So, if it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. Today, our local zoo that we belong to, or tonight I should say, not today, is having like a little members night thing. So at their main, because it's not a terribly large zoo, at their main food place, they're gonna have like cocoa and cookies for, or something like that, cocoa and something for members, and then you can buy like s'more kits, and you can walk around the zoo when it's normally closed. So we're gonna take the minions, and that should be lots of fun. Hi. Apparently I can't hold on to this brick. There. Welcome in, Pyrex. Congrats on third. I hope you've been doing well, prepping for the holidays in whichever way you choose to do that. Oh, Eric! Or no, sorry, I saw Eric and Dan Harris. Welcome in, Dan. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Eric and Brooks Bricks. Well, I'm glad he got you a raid message. Listen, I don't have a personal raid message. What is it? Frosty creates one for me every time, depending on who we're raiding into. But welcome in, guys. Thank you, Alex. Alex is the best. She is on top of it. I just have to remember to pay Frosty, and sometimes I forget that. Alex is the best. She is the bestest best. We are working on the tree once again. We may finish it today or we may not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing beyond working on it. But yes, welcome in. I hope your stream went well, Dan. Alex takes care of the shout outs. If I don't have them on the lazy, because I just do, I put them into my shout out, or I make a command for it. So that way people just get shouted out while Joe is pitching, because I fed him so he doesn't think. It was my fourth Lego stream and they've all been amazing. I'm so happy for you. Oh, it helps if I look at the right picture to figure out where the brick goes. I am glad that you are having a great time. I was so nervous when I started doing it. I was like, because my husband was like, you should. Thank you for the follow, Bricked Ed. If I can talk. So nervous about starting it because my husband was like, you should stream doing the Lego, and I was like, nobody wants to watch that. But then I started it and I was like, great, it's just gonna be pity views. Pity views from my husband's friends or like mutual friends. No, listen, Eric, always take care of yourself. If you need to lay down to either sleep or headache or just rest, whatever the reason, always take care of yourself. Thank you for popping in. Too much on his plate, then just don't eat it all. Just eat what you can. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's just gonna be pity views from my husband's friends. And then I found all you wonderful people. Really, the Lego community is the best. Yeah, like, just eat what you can and don't eat the rest. It's not like you're going to have to sit there forever if you can't eat it. Joe is a child. Joe is a gremlin. To be exact, Joe is a gremlin. I call my kids minions because I am an evil genius and they are my minions. And Joe is a gremlin. And I really, really want a shirt that says evil genius, and then to get matching shirts for my kids that say minion. I really, really want them. And I would force them to wear it every time we went out somewhere. Mine didn't like when things touched. So we always had divider plates. And at a yard sale, I found old school lunch trays, you know, like the big ones with like 6 or 8 compartments on the tray. And they were like 10 cents a piece. So I bought all 3 or 4 that were there. And so when we have like big holiday meals, we still use those big lunch trays so his food doesn't have to like touch. He's gotten like better about it as he's gotten older, but he still doesn't like when a lot of things touch. And he's not a casserole person, like where everything's like mixed in. He's like, nah, thanks. Okay, I did this step. Now I'm on this step. Yeah, like overall, like it's not a huge issue anymore. But all about the war on beans. Listen, I don't like beans of any kind, Alex. Beans are gross. They feel weird in my mouth. Like mushy. Ugh. I have a lot of texture issues with food. Yeah, like as soon as they're done having an issue with one thing, never fear, an issue with another thing will pop up. I have given up trying to buy clothes for them when they're not there. I've had to return so much clothing because it felt wrong. How did it feel wrong? Like, I don't know. I didn't like the way it felt. Okay. Like, was it too tight? Too loose? No, it was the fabric. I don't like the way the fabric felt. Okay. Oh, that's fine. I just won't buy clothing for you. Like, like I buy them clothing, but like without them being there, and like ordering clothing online is a huge risk. Like certain brands I can definitely buy because like everything in that brand they don't have an issue with. But like, oh, that t-shirt's cool, I'll order it. Now I'm probably gonna have to return it because they won't like the way it feels. So like it's really hard to buy clothing online. I hate the texture of beans. Oh, so like he won't eat anything in the mail if beans are made too, even if the beans aren't touching things? So the no bean thing was a huge issue at my dad's house. Not at my mom's house, but at my dad's house growing up, because my dad is Puerto Rican, and like beans and rice and just beans are like a big cultural thing. And I don't eat beans. And so it's not like I wouldn't eat them if they were in the rice. I would just pick them out of the rice and eat the rice. And for my dad, that was a huge issue. He was like, "You have to eat everything," and I'm like, I don't. In fact, have to eat everything. That's a little extreme because they're not like you're not asking him to eat them. Yeah, that's a wee bit extreme. Thank you for the I'm here, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, that's like gone into like the extreme realm. But yeah, my dad would like meat. I don't eat onions either. I don't like onions. And my dad would like make meatloaf with the onion soup packet in it. And again, I would still eat it, but I would pick all the little onions out. And he used to get so infuriated. And I was like, does it matter? I'm still eating the bulk of what you're trying to feed me. I'm just not eating like certain things. Like when we go to like a Chinese buffet and you get the rice, I will pick all the peas out of the rice, but I'll still eat everything else. My dad used to force me to eat things too until I all over the table one time, and that was the last time he made me eat things. Yeah, that's not the way it works. I hate when people say that, "Oh, if you just eat it enough times, you'll like it." I shouldn't have to force myself to like something. I have huge like texture in food issues. I don't like a lot of mushy stuff. And but my dad used to do that. He used to like I still make things my kids don't like, but I'm like you can eat it or you can make yourself a sandwich. But I'm not making more food. Like you don't like when they were little, it was like you have to try it. Like you have to take at least a bite because you cannot know you don't like something without actually trying it. Yeah, like you have to try it. Yeah. Like take a bite. I'm not saying you have to eat the whole thing, but a bite. Yeah, exactly. Well, I kept telling him I don't like it, and my mom tried explaining that I have food issues, and he told me, my mom, he didn't give a damn about my food issues. And then he kept making me eat, and then nobody ate that day because he made me eat eat it, and then I got sick to my stomach and yacked all over the table. Nobody ate that night. Yeah, like one bite a couple times. Like I'll make it once, take a bite. I'll make it a second time, take a bite. And by the third like time with one bite, if you still don't like it, that's fine. Then you don't have to eat it anymore. And it's not like eat a lot, like I just want you to take a bite. But yeah, then he got mad at me for yakking on the table and I told him it was his fault for making me eat it. There's a green brick somewhere. Oh, here. Now, it is different when they're little and they're doing that like boundary testing thing where they ate an entire bag of broccoli the dinner 2 nights ago and now all of a sudden they don't like broccoli. And you're like, no, you still like broccoli. You just don't like it today. Yeah, like if it's something we don't make a lot, there's usually like, or when you're out at a restaurant and you get like different things, why don't you just try a bite? Because Boy Wonders things used to be, I didn't like it last time. Okay, but this way it's prepared differently. Like, yes, it is the same thing, but it's prepared differently, which could make it taste differently. So why don't you just try it again? Yeah, like sometimes they would do that a lot when they were like that age, like they're not a like toddler moving into childhood, past being a toddler. They would eat something like crazy and then the next time they'd be like, no, I don't like that. And I'm like, no, you just don't like it today. Because then the next time they eat it like crazy again. So yeah, like I don't like that anymore. And you're like, sure, whatever. Like you do like it, you just don't like it right now because you don't want it right now. But not wanting it is not the same as not liking it. Okay. Nope, I had it right the first time. Yeah. They used to do that a lot, and I think that is some not necessarily about food in general, but that's about like boundary testing and seeing like just how much control of situations they have. I did not dump you like that, rude. Ooh, it looks like a control board. I'll show you guys before I attach it. Yeah, I definitely think that has to do more with like testing boundaries and like seeing where lines get drawn. Oh, they love to do it. Let's see how much I can get away with. And that's why they'll do like they won't do it with some people, but they'll do it with others. So like they know, like it would be like they would try it with me and see where the line was, and then like with an aunt or an uncle, they would try it again to see where like that person's line was, and then decide like, hey. And people are like, kids aren't that smart, and I'm like, don't dismiss how smart they actually are because you think that's too much of a complex thing for them. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Like a little control panel. Like they really not completely grasp it, but they are understanding that this person won't let them do it and that other person will. Or they can get a little bit further with that other person. To a certain extent, they are grasping that. I'm trying to grab two and it only wants one. Alex, tell her it's time. There's not much time left. You need to know. Right? Good luck. My mother in law just says things like, well, that doesn't help. Like, you're a human. You exist. There's got to be things you want/need. really, like, they never really caused any issues past, like, you know, that toddler stage where they're like, again, testing boundaries. Uh, More boy wonder than fantasy. She just acted like other people didn't exist in places, like she didn't talk or look at other people. But he learned fairly fast. You know, on the back of the shopping cart, you put the kid in the basket part, and they have like the loops where the metal like does the loopy thing. He threw his head back and caught one of those back of the loops to the head, and that was the last time he threw a fit in a shopping cart. Yes, thank you for rating once again. I appreciate it so much. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And yes, go do the annoying adulting things like laundry. And I have to do the adulting tomorrow with grocery shopping. Yeah, he took one of those to the back of the head, and that was the last time he threw his head back in a grocery cart. That was a lesson learned only needed learning once. Uh, Technically the boy hasn't really had school all week. He had it like one or two classes here and there, but not really. And she's not going to school tomorrow because they're not doing anything. In fact, all day today they just watched movies. So I was like, I have stuff to do tomorrow, and if you don't go to school, I don't have to rush. So, but yes, I if you need to raid and run, I totally understand that. I will have to do that myself today. So I completely understand. Have a wonderful day, and if I don't see you before next week, a Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever seasonal holiday you celebrate. Ooh, another sticker. These stickers have been like slow going. We haven't like been placing a lot of them. Let's hold it this way. 16. Yeah, a lot of kids get out early tomorrow. Their school, her school doesn't get out early, and he has, like I said, hasn't really had school all week. So a class and an assignment here and there, but that's about it. Nope, I need to go up a little bit. The black on black makes it a wee bit hard to tell. So this is this sticker. It's like a Christmas tree diagram sticker. And it goes right here. I need to throw. I bought us matching pajamas. We've been doing this for a couple years now. And I need to throw them in the wash because I always make sure they're washed before we wear them, because the kids have lots of like allergies to fragrances and dyes. And this way, whatever detergent they used in the factory, you know, is cleaned off. We're going to have ads in about a minute, 30 seconds. They will go for 3 minutes, and then we will be back. I do not bill during the ads, so if you get them, you don't have to worry. I'm not sure what this just looks like a control panel that's spitting out paper. I don't know. Maybe I would assume it's not the naughty and nice list, but who knows? But another control panel on the angled brick, and then a control panel sticker where it looks like it's spritting out like a receipt or paper of some kind. And that is going to go on this little wingy. But during the break, I will grab the Grinch peen that I finished yesterday. Because holiday weens. What's for the holiday? Weens. Weens are for the holiday. Okay, the ad popped up before I could get that piece attached, but that's alright. For those of you that don't get ads and you're here, this is the start of my gelatinous cube. We can see if we can do 60 singles before we come back. Probably, maybe, as long as I can count. She uses like a brighter color in the pattern, but this is what I had, so. Every once in a while, I don't know what it is that I cannot turn the hook the right way. There we go. If you see any cool D&D crochet patterns, feel free to let me know. I have lost count. See, 3 minutes was not long enough for me to do an entire row because I don't crochet very fast. But in fairness, I'm just doing singles, so it should be 60 when I get around. Welcome back, everyone. I was testing myself to see if I could do the round in the 3 minutes of ads. Guess what? I couldn't. But I don't have very much left. But this is the start of my gelatinous cube. You just missed me struggle bussing to like do a stitch. I was saying that the lady in the pattern used a brighter green, but this is what I have. So, you know, use what you have. Take artistic liberties. Maybe he's a more ethnic gelatinous cube, or maybe he's older, or maybe there are different shades of green for the gelatinous cube family. I don't know. I do know that it's a wee bit tight. Maybe I should have. But also I think it's supposed to kind of be rounded corners. So But that's the beginning of my gelatinous cube. And here is the Grinchween I made. Isn't it fantastic? I think this is the best I've attached the testicles so far. I was a little low on this connection so you can see the red, but I think it turned out pretty good. The excitement. Okay. But if you guys see cool D&D patterns for crochet, feel free to let me know. My family loves D&D, so if I start crocheting them D&D things, I think they'll be super excited. That one was the wrong size. We're gonna have another sticker, which frankly, we're gonna be having lots of stickers. There's still a fair amount left. 21. Says the Santa computer. Okay, we'll set that there. Are we building the Santa computer now, or have we already built it and we don't realize it? I was attempting to play Dreamlight Valley yesterday, and I kept getting some glitches. It was weird. Like, I was in the Vale, and it kept telling me, like, I was trying to sell stuff at the stand that I didn't need, and it kept telling me, like, it's not enough. And I was like, not enough what? Like, you don't need a whole stack to sell something. So, finally, I just turned it off. And I'm hoping it's like a one-time glitch. But I did the weekly duties or whatever they call them yesterday. That's what I had logged on to attempt to do, and I was able to do them, so I guess that's okay. Then I did what I attempted to do, or what I set out to do. That. Then like this. And like that. And because Crazy had to work Monday, he was like, that's all right, I'll use that time, and then for next week, you know, like use it plus some paid time off, whatever, and take the day after Christmas off, right? Like, so only work Monday, Tuesday, and then they declared Friday, the Friday after the holidays, like the governor declared that like a day off. So his job considered that a day off too. And so now he's like, yeah, I'm not working just 6 hours. So it turns out he doesn't have to work at all next week. So nobody has to do anything at all next week. So I believe he plans on streaming on Monday, and then I'll stream on Tuesday, and Wednesday is Christmas Eve, and Thursday is Christmas. So oh, and I learned from Wargaming how to make or how to get pictures to do that spoiler thing where they're like grayed out until you click it on Discord. Because he has a not safe for work channel in his Discord, but still he has people do that spoiler thing when they post things in there, so it can still be you have to click it, kind of like an added security thing. Now we have those, and move that out of the way. Like the upper ones, we click in, and they don't really click in the middle. It just kind of sits there. But this is like our so the whole thing is the Santa computer. That makes sense. So you're tracking where he is, things on the Christmas tree. Let me open that up a little bit more. And like I said, I don't know, maybe that is the naughty nice list. Not sure. But Santa's office. So we can move the Santa minifigure up into here. Nope. Apparently that didn't really click on. There we go. Oh, 2 more stickers. 24. This one. Goes right there, and it's like another computer screen. And then the other one is 11, and it is like a radar screen. And woohoo! I had it on the brick separator, like the exact way they wanted it to go. A Heliolisk. A generator Pokemon is loose in chat, and then that is going to go on the opposing side there. Right there. And then they say, that's the end of that bag. So all we had left extra was this pole and little antler ears. So I'm going to move this here. so I can dump out bag 19. No. I think Crazy was going to attempt to do yard work this weekend, but it has rained yesterday and today, and it's that misting rain all day long. So I don't think he's gonna do yard work because everything is just wet. Yucky and wet, and you cannot suck up leaves when they're wet. It just clogs the machine. So, because it's got this little like leaf blower thing. It will blow the leaves or suck the leaves. And then he has this little like attachment you attach to it and to a trash can, and it like sucks it through and dumps it in the trash can. It's a pretty cool little thing. But you know, you can't really do that when they're wet because then they just stick together and clog everything up. I'm just moving these little ones out of the way because they keep trying to roll away on me. So we're gonna move them to the side so we don't have to worry about that. But there were far less kids in the drop-off lane this morning, so I imagine tomorrow there's going to be very few. My daughter said that she thinks the only kids that'll be at school are the kids who like have to be there because of something, or like they're out of absences. Which, I mean, it is only halfway through the year. How are you out of absences? Right? Because if they're excused by a doctor's note, it doesn't count. But those kids are not my circus nor my monkeys, so... Okay, we're lining things up. We'll set that right there. Ooh, a little turny handle. We're gonna have the turning. Or something's going to turn, I should say. Come on. Kevin! Welcome in, Kevin. Hopefully you are doing well. I just thought about it that I have not asked my turdlets what they want for like breakfast on Christmas. We do all different kinds of things. You have your computer back? And you can play with us? Woohoo! Yay, Kevin! Hopefully it wasn't an arm and a leg for that hour of service. Okay, tell me the story about what was wrong with your computer and why it was being stupid. Because technology, in theory, supposed to make things easier. In practicality, not really most of the time. I imagine this is gonna be sticky icky icker. No, don't do that. Do this first. It is either pouring rain outside or very windy, and I'm betting on the rain. Because I just heard it like when it lets loose. 15. There's a sticker that says ho 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 on it. So first I go to get the box in the worst room so far this season. Not fun. Oh, I imagine not fun. Then when I get it hooked up, I have the same issue. Oh no! Like, sir, I just drove all that way and you promised me it was fixed when I had the same bullshit. No, sir, no. No. This hour's on you, not me. Did I skip a step? Not there, I didn't. Oh, over here I did. I didn't put this one piece in. Nope, not that one. This one. Oh, there's already a... Okay. Arm. So this is like a message board of sorts. Like a pin board, push board. Just got a whole bunch of notes on it. And then when that happens, I text the tech and he assured me that the video card was working. So I started switching monitors. Oh, turns out the one monitor. Oh my god. I hate... So when Crazy built me this computer, we had the hardest time. Like, it kept being weird. Like, it didn't want to, like, start right. And so you had to, like, do a certain segment to get it to even turn on. And then we finally kind of got that fixed. And then we learned that my monitor was too old to, like, work with the new system. So all that thinking that we had to turn it on a certain way and this, that, and the other was just because the monitor was too old. So we had to go out and buy a monitor. I didn't know monitors could be too old. Dang monitors. Anyways, both monitors were not working for different reasons. Yeah, like the monitor on this side and then like the cable for the other one. No wonder you weren't getting any video signal. Yep. You're like, damn it. It was so simple. But yet, like, not something you think about. I know we all jumped to like the graphics card not working and all kinds of sorts of things. None of us were like, hey, how about cables and monitors? Like, okay. Holding it the right direction. This. Come on. Technic, man. So I have a theory. Either the power surge or massive static spike wiped out the hard drive directory and fried a monitor and a video. Yeah, it could have. Or I mean, they could have just gotten old and like as far as the cable's concerned, it could have just like stopped working. There's lots of reasons why cables just stop working. Like Crazy recently had to replace the dongle on his monitor. He's got like an adapter dongle, and it's not that old because I remember going to buy them since we've lived here. And it had gone out, so like it only lasted like 2 years or something like that. Yeah, it's just crazy that it all happened at the same time. Come on, get on there. This like shows it like that, and then like this. Then we take this like this and stick it on here. Okay, have fun with your worky lurky. But I am glad that your computer is back and it was something super simple, even though it still gave you a heart attack when it came back and did the same thing. This one there. We need another one of these to go here. There's lots of these little pieces in this set. Now we have leaves. We want one here, one here, then 3 leaves. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a little dollop of snow or what, but it's there. Come on. So I went and I bought the Advent, like the what is they calling it? F2. There's an Advent calendar that everybody gets, the deluxe Advent calendar, and I'm pretty sure this is Krampus, and I'm here for it because I love me some Krampus. Okay, so now it wants us to take this. Gotta grip it right first. And when did it tell me to put one in the bottom? I don't know, but let's do it. Oh, there we go. I have just a little bit more pressure than I was giving it. So that will close like this. Now, the other side. A Crabominable, a woolly crab Pokemon. Not seen that one before. Gen 7 Tier B, Mock, Frozen, and Heavy are the balls. It says it's good again, or good for, or good for it, or words. Words are hard. And they mean things. And also, not too long ago, I learned that there's a cricket, cricket, however you say it, that you can make stickers on, and now I really want that. And I could make stickers for us. And I thought about another shirt. It says I should come with a warning. Because really, I do think sometimes I should come with a warning. A warning label. Careful, causes chaos, doesn't care. Ooh, I caught it. I haven't seen anything about like a Christmas event for the Pokies. I don't know if anybody else has, and I just missed it. That's possible. It's even probable. Okay. Oop. Here's another turny thing. Although nothing turned in the last one, but oop, now I'm holding it the wrong direction. That's going to matter. There's a reindeer in our next bag. It's been taunting me. Me. We're gonna have another sticker. Number 19. Again, this just looks like a pegboard too, like a... You just pin stuff to the pegboard or whatever. Corkboard, whatever you want to call it. Okay, one of these, one of these. And I gotta remember to take the ham out this weekend to start to thong. And I know dethong is not the proper word, but I don't care. I like it. It's to thaw, but I don't care. we're getting all our leaf areas set up. Okay. Right here on the inside and then the outside. Ah. I did not pay attention which way that should be directed, but I fixed it. More leaves! Come on, pop on. And then more leaves. It will go on eventually. Yeah, that's all. Then our last 3 leaves. Oh no, 2 leaves. I don't know why I assumed 3. Because I think there was 3 at one point on the other ones. Okay, then we have a bow on a star on this leaf. Then we bring this out and press in and bring it in. Here we go. And that's how that looks. Ignore that leaf, it's got ideas. Then we take this and put it in here. This tree came in a different type of box. Normally, you know, you just open the Lego box and then you throw it away. Or you keep it if that's your jam. But this box came where you can open it like a gift box, and you're meant to put the tree back in it, or be able to put the tree back in it, I should say. So, that was kind of cool. They thought about how you're going to package this tree, because not everybody's going to want to leave it out. as you can see, some of my leaves get ideas, and they try to be up. Make sure all our leaves are down so things sit properly. Okay, I think they're all down. Okay, this is a green side, so we want it on the green. We want to boop, 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 boop. We want it right here, and we want it to snap into these here. Last time I wound up needing my phone for the flashlight so I could make sure. Ooh. Well, that was rude. You know, like get a better look in amongst the leaves, you know, to make sure it's snapped in correctly. There's one side, I heard that one snap, and I saw it. Where are we on this one? Right here. And it snapped in too. Okay. There we go. Make sure, you know, our leaves are all. But that's how it's looking. Good morning, Simpsons. We're attaching our second layer here. On this side, anyway. And then these will open like that. And I put Santa down here in this one because I was like, I don't know where to put him. But this is like Santa's jam up here, so we're gonna move Santa up here. It's his area, and then we can see if it closes with his giant bag of goodies there. There we go. We make sure all our leaves are, you know, properly smoothed down. I feel like this one is like up, but also I think it may not really move. Yeah, that one can't really bend down. But you know, alternate your leaves, fill space. Just like when you're putting together a real fake Christmas tree. You gotta make sure all your leaves are positioned just right. That was the end of bag 19. So now we're on to bag 20. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stickers left. So we have a reindeer this time. I think it is. I didn't pay full price because I had points. So the points brought it down cost-wise. But I think so. So the box opens differently. So, you know, a normal Lego box, you open the side and then you're like, I toss mine because I'm like, I'm not getting rid of them. I just toss the box. But this one opens like a present, you know, like top up. So you have 2 halves of the box. And then you're supposed to be able to take it apart in certain ways, like these things come off and you lay it in the box. And then things get positioned so you can put it away till the next year and then get it back out. Which I think is a neat feature. They haven't done that with anything else. Where thought about like how you would package it to put it away. I'm probably still going to put like bubble wrap around things like once they're in the right place, you know, to cushion it. And then it came with a box for like the extra things like the reindeer and this guy on skis who doesn't really like clip onto anything. So I think it is. but you know, everybody's gonna have a thought about it. I believe Dusa said she made like 2 small trees out of it. So we put its middle in. It's 1 reindeer. Fun fact, reindeers are girls because male reindeer lose their antlers. Like they shed them, but the females do not. So Santa's sleigh is pulled by female reindeer. Now we're building a sleigh. But I think it is. But you know, to others it may not. And I think that really depends for the person, like if there's another Lego set that they want more, or something else that they want more. So like, you know, that alters. And in theory, I think they really want you to build it like with your family. Like one person builds one part of the tree, another builds another, because there's like 6 books with it, all each only a couple bags. So I think it's really intended to like be built with people, but I don't do that. These are my Legos. Put that in the wrong place. No, they're for like different segments of the trees. So like the first book builds the base. And then the second book builds like the center of the tree where things connect to. And then the next one builds like this bottom segment on one side. And then the next book is the bottom segment on the other side. Then today's book is this segment and what the sleigh. And then the final booklet is the other side of this and the top. And then there's really another booklet, and it's kind of like how it goes together and how it comes apart. So it's not like a building instruction booklet, more like a info booklet. Lunchtime, got out of the office to look at the new bridges to finish the reimbursement paper for those projects. Welcome in, Crazy. Like I said, the 7th booklet isn't really like a building booklet. It's more like, here's how to like take it apart to store it in the box and how to put it back together when it comes out of the box. But so I would assume they want you to build it like with your family is what I guess the more ideal behind it is. Build it with others. Like a way, an activity your family can like do together during the holidays, or friends can do together during a holiday, you know. I think that was maybe the concept behind it. We're gonna have a sticker on this one. I have a ton. She still doesn't know what she wants. I'll wait until she mentions something while we're shopping. Alex, get her a gift card or offer to babysit and she can have free time. I mean, I know your siblings are younger, but they're not like crazy younger. At least if I remember correctly, I don't think you'll be changing any diapers, but get her like a gift card for like a cafe she likes. so she can have alone time. Looks like a gift-esque. She won't get something for herself. She'll use it on others. I guess in that way you could like pre-plan something for her and then just like take her and then force her to enjoy it. Like, make it a good fib. Be like, Mom, we need to go do this, or come with me this day. And then, like, ha, I've tricked you into using it for yourself instead of others. Yeah, like trick her into using it for herself. We're about to enter that weird time of year where like days don't have meaning and time doesn't really exist. You'd be like, what day is it? I don't know. What time is it? I don't know. It's like a license plate, but it says ho ho ho. Can I get my camera to focus on it? There we go. Right? Like, be like, ooh, I like that too, Mom, and pick yourself up one. Like, and then, it was really for you. We finally got my mother-in-law to like send out lists, like starting last year, because before she'd just go, for everyone to be together. That's not a real gift. Be greedy. What do you want? Okay, I'm trying to get it like they show it in the picture. It's going to take a second for me to figure that out, though. Oh, because I picked up the wrong sticker. Hold, please, while I get another brick separator. I have many of them. I just need to use my tiny arms to reach them. But like, this is what I'm getting you. Like it. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to flip it. Get it to attach. Play the game. Yeah, so my mother-in-law got a little inflator thing that she asked for and computer speakers. Okay. I put these too far forward. Now we're going to make our sleigh rails. This candlestick. Okay, one rail done. Okay. Straighten out our things back here. Make sure our harpoons are facing the same. I was like, what the? Oh, now we're going to get the reindeer to stick. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Go through the hole. Had to do that with her birthday present too. She was looking at something, some thermal slippers, and talking about how lovely they are, and I just asked if they'd fit. She said she couldn't see her size, and I had to look and found them. They were her size and bought her them. She was all shocked, saying how good I am to her and that I spoil her. That's fantastic. I'm sure she enjoys that. Like, you know, that whole like somebody just getting it. Like, okay, you said you like this? Fine, we'll get it. Then of course we rip out the center of the reindeer and put in our little boop boop. That is the end of that booklet. Now, there's the question. We have an hour left. Do we start on the rest of the tree, or do we just, do whatever? I guess this is like the cafeteria. I'm going to put this guy that we built today in this room because it's got a table and whatnot. I don't know, like a break room of sorts. So I can't see. There we go. Rewan, yeah. So we'll just put him in there because he's on a lunch break, right? Like if that's how she wants to feel about it and like how it seems to her, then that's great. Okay, so we put him in his little break room. We put Santa up there in his computer room. We have all our things. Then we have our skiing guy, because and then we have our Santa sleigh here. And I'm just gonna put the reindeers. Well, actually, we'll do this. We'll stick his little chunk of body on top there so we don't lose it. But so we can work on the gelatinous cube, or we can do Mac Build's brick or ornament thing I need to send him. He still hasn't filled out the form, and now I'm thinking about it. So let me just send him a hey. Yeah, that's why I just figured I'd send up a follow-up, because I figure that's a, I forget stuff all the time. I'm going to do this, and then how many times I say I'm going to message Carrot or somebody about this or that, and then I forget to do it. So that's why I was like, I'll just send a wee follow-up. I don't know if you missed it earlier, Alex, but this is my Grinch peen. Steele said he's her favorite so far. That the Grinchween is her favorite. Okay, I need this, and it's gonna come up on my phone. Yeah, but she's like, that's my favorite so far. I mean, I guess we could work on another ween. I have a tree one, a nutcracker, Santa. What is it doing? I don't know what Google's issue is right this moment. Like, normally I just go to log in and it sends like, is this you, to my phone? And I say, yes. But this time it didn't want to do that. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. That was going to be our last ads for today. But yeah, I have this one for Mac Builds to do yet. And then I'm working on a gelatinous cube. My brains suck balls. Or we could work on a ween. Or we could play a video game. I started trying out that other supermarket simulator, so if you guys want to see that, we can do that. Oh, I was like, why won't he fit in there? Oh, because Santa's in there. Okay. Let me tell you, it's a wee bit heavy. Now that we're at this point, it's got a heft to it when you move it. But on the bright side, it's like controlled heft. You don't have to like put both hands under and hope and pray that brick doesn't come apart on the bottom. It's like a controlled. Oh no, he lost his ski. Fine. keep falling. I'll just stick it over there. Give me this. I have all these little, like, little trays of something. I have not caught any festive fish yet. Okay, so I was trying to play it yesterday, but, like I did the weekly duty things that released yesterday, and then I was in the Vale trying to work on Aurora, and it kept telling me, like, every time I went to sell something, like, it would let me sell certain things, and then other things it would tell me, like, you don't have enough. And then I would go to, like, okay, fine, you won't let me sell it, I'll go throw it in a chest. It wouldn't let me transfer it to the chest either. So I have no clue. I have no idea what's going on with it. But let's do a Mac Builds little thing here. I'm trying to get it kind of over it without being like super reflecty. Yeah, I figure he just forgot about it. Yeah, so I didn't think about the festive fish yesterday until it was already starting to give me issues, and by then I was frustrated that it didn't want to work properly. So I just got off. Like, it didn't affect me doing the weekly duties. But nonetheless, it was annoying. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I'm hoping it's just like a random glitch, and then next time I log in, it works just fine. But yeah, earlier today before I streamed, I was like, let me check this out. I bought it like a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And I hadn't played it, so I logged on. And this one is a little different. There are like some, I don't know if you call them big differences or whatever, but like, you don't start out with a storage space. And also, you don't start out with like scanny guns or anything. You have to order it from the computer. The register basically works the same way. And the racks are a little different. So they look like the big large racks from the other game, except they act like you can fill half the shelf. So like one long shelf, but you can put 2 different items on it. And something I learned today the hard way is that if you sell things, you don't get the full price back. So like sell a shelving thing, you don't get the full price back. And this has some almost like questy feel to it. They're like, do this, do that, do this, as like quests almost. Whereas the other game is just like you play, you do the thing. Of course, in this game too, you can buy vehicles and like go to other places. And you also, it isn't like you just walk over and pick up an item off the floor. You have to like keep cleaning the front window and mopping the floor if it comes up. Some items you do just pick up. But you have to like take it out to a trash can. You can't just be like, oop, I picked it up and it goes away. So I'm not sure how much I like that. Because, in the beginning, you're running the whole store by yourself. So, like, all the restocking, reordering in the middle of the day, all that comes down to you. And so there's not a lot of time to be, like, running stuff out to the trash can and like, continually washing the window. But I guess you maybe don't have to wash it as often as I've been doing because it's like, you have, like, a little raindrop type thing near the top where it says like the day and time, and it slowly like fills up, and when it's the fuller it gets, the less likely or the more likely you are to have like customers who are like, ew, it's dirty in here, I don't want to shop here. So I'm like, I must keep it empty. Raindrop cannot fill up, so, and you do have kind of waves of customers. But, sometimes what you need to do doesn't fall within that, like, lull. So, you just kind of gotta... it's a little diamond art thing. It's a keychain or a Christmas ornament, whichever you want it to be. I have a thing where you can redeem it for points, and I can send you one. Or, if you're subscribed, I send you one because as a thank you for subscribing. Mac Builds, like 2 streams ago, subbed, and I was kind of waiting to do it until he sent me his, like, filled the form out so I would know where to send it. But it's getting closer and closer to Christmas, so I sent him a reminder, and I'm just gonna do it. If nothing else, he'll get it after Christmas, but it's, and you do both sides. And then I have this stuff here that you, like, rub on it, and it seals the crystals in place so they're less likely to fall off. I mean, there's a glue on them that holds them in, but, I worry about, like, it getting... yeah, he's on vacation. So, he'll probably get it after Christmas, but that's okay. Sorry, the 4s in this are, like, right by the K's, and I'm like, I can't tell where one is from the other. So, we gotta have a little up. Those are all K's, and then these are alternate. But I have to do a slightly shorter stream today because I gotta do the mom thing. So. Okay, we did 4. Don't see any 5s, so 6 is our next one. You're not 6, you're 7. Are we all out of order here? Because that wouldn't be surprising. Let's find where 6 ran away to. That's 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, K, H. Where is 6? So that's L. Ah! What are you? You're just number 1. Where did K run away to? Maybe some of the colors we hadn't opened before. Well, now let the panic set in. Okay, I will have to find 6 later. What's next? D. Let the panicking begin, you know? Could have fell out though. I had them stored in between the holidays in a big storage thing I have. And so maybe it fell out in there, or maybe it's in the box. I don't know. If not, I will find a dark green in all my extra beads and we will make it work. I have extras. I bought ornaments for us to hang on my tree then, and we only got like half of one done, but that's okay. We might have gotten more than one half, like 2/3. Suppose I should switch us to makers and crafters, or makers and crafting. I just want to say makers and crafters because I don't know. To me, that sounds right. To me, that sounds right, even if it's wrong. Okay. So on and off, I go through these phases where I listen to this one podcast. It's like, who did what now? It's a history podcast. Um, and she's hilarious because it's totally like it's factual, but then like her opinion on the facts, like the way people were treated, and she does typically talk about more women in history than she does about men, and she says that's because frankly the men in history are talked about enough, and they're not all that interesting, and a great deal of them were jackasses. And I can't say she's wrong. Um, but so she did one on Diana. She's talked about Mother Teresa. She did one on each of the Ripper victims. Each wife of Henry VIII. Just I love. She's I forget if she's Scottish or Irish. I think she's Irish. I think. I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember. Um, so I just enjoy listening to her accent. But also she talks like she doesn't just like and she gives you like sort uh she gives you her sources. There we go. Cites her sources. So you can look it up if if you want to as well, and she isn't just like pulling it out of her tuchus. Um, but yeah. I enjoy. So I'll listen to her for like days, just sitting here listening to the podcast, and then I'll like watch shows for whatever, and then I'll go back to just listening to her. But so I'm on a kick of listening to her again. But she does kind of talk about like all different kinds of things. She did one today up on the man behind Peter Pan. She did one on Barbie, like the history of Barbie. Her name is Katie Charles or Charwood or something like that. But I enjoyed it. I don't listen to too much like podcast audiobooks type stuff because I have a habit of tuning it out. And like I went all the way back to the beginning and started listening to them in order. Not that you have to, but I'm weird like that. I like to start at the beginning of things. And she has gone back and like redone one or two of like her earlier ones. Cuz just like anything you learn as you go, right? Like so she's like gone back and like made them clearer or whatever. Okay, so this is one side because Six has taken flight, taken a trip. So let me like kind of move stuff around in here. Stand up so I can reach the back of my desk here. Make sure I didn't, like bump it and it fell out somewhere on my desk. Okay, I don't see it on my desk. So let me go around and see if it's in the drawer. Nope, I don't see it in the drawer. So you know. Let me check the box over here. Nope, there's nothing left in the box, which means the recycling. Here's like all the pieces, all like the extra, like ones I hadn't done yet, and the little keychains. So apparently 6 took flight, because, you know, 9 is not upside down or anything. You know, it's in the package correctly. There's 5. Let the panic ensue. So this is all we can do on this side for now, because, you know, I can't seal it with it half done. So I'm going to set it in there with the Post-it back on it. And this is the other ornament we started and then never finished. Oh, I found 6! It got another baggie. Oh, it was on my desk. Because it's like the same type of numbers. Because these are all YJ094. Yay! Apparently I just had to look other places on my desk. Who would have thought there'd be, you know, more? Okay. We can finish this out. I might try to send him a message on Discord. He might get that better than the one on Twitch. So we did Kitten earlier this week. So we will need to pick a new person today. We'll finish this tree on Tuesday. I don't know. We'll probably play Satisfactory again on Sunday, but I don't know. Saturday starts the holiday event in Cozy Grove. Get on there. You fell off. There it is. Oh, come on. There we go. But I gave that snowflake turtle to Boy Wonder, so I'll probably make the peppermint one at some point and then give it to Fantasy so they each have one. Listen, I used to harp on them about, like, you know, you go someplace and all they want is a stuffed animal. And now I've started crocheting, and now the house is flooded with stuffed animals, even more than it was before. But I imagine it's that way for, like, anybody who crochets, like the amigurumi. Oh my god, I said it right on stream. In my brain, I say it right, and what comes out is like, not the actual words. Maybe because I wasn't, like, thinking about it ultra hard. Normally I'm like, okay, we have to say it correctly. This time I was like, we're probably not going to, so. Tuesday though, I'm going to uh do one of those, because now they have it where you can, like, put your subs on sale. So I'm going to look into doing that for Tuesday. Okay, and I'm going to do this last couple beads, and then we'll get the sealant out, and we'll seal this side, and then later I will be able to do the other side and seal it. When I was cleaning my desk last month, or I guess a couple months ago, I was getting ready for my 2-year stream anniversary, big 24-hour one. So I cleaned my desk so I'd have lots of room to, like, push stuff off to the side, and etc., etc. And I found puppy dog coasters for us to do too. Okay, there is this side. Let me 5, 6. So that is this side, and then we just take it. So this one we did both sides of, and both sides are sealed. And this side we haven't done it all, and this side we started. But we take this, and I always stick it on a paper plate or paper or something, napkins. Plate is better because, anyway, and you swoosh the glue down into the dabber. And then you rub it on till it looks kind of goopy. There we go. Didn't want to. Anyway, you smush it on until it looks kind of goopy gooped. And you can kind of see it in between all the filling up the spaces in between. And then when it dries, it's clear. So, we'll put our Post-it on this with this. And we'll set this, I don't know, somewhere. Because I have let my desk get all cluttered up again. These I put back in the box. Here. Oh, you're the one. These. Yep, right here, there. But we can work on these too, or this one too, I should say. What do we need? It looks just like E and F. So that's G, C, C. There's E and F. Okay. So E is the green and F is the other. Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop, Kevin! Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop to the money. I did one side of Mac Build's ornament. And now we're going to attempt to finish this ornament. I say attempt because, it's never a surety. You don't have to sell my children anymore. We should have gotten paid today, too. From Crazy's work. Oh, okay. That's even better. overall, I've kept I didn't do the 18 plus notification thing on my stream because overall we're pretty PG. But I don't know if going into the new year I should switch it to the 18 plus because sometimes we get a little. And I don't have a problem with it because frankly, I don't care. Like we'll talk about anything in here. But I don't know if I should go to 18 plus or keep it not. I don't know. Well, I mean, I get sweary sometimes too. So I'm just like, and I mean, we're showing penises. I mean, not real penises, but you know what I mean. Crafty penises. And we talk book related things sometimes get, you know, interesting. So I was like, maybe I should go to 18 plus. I mean, not that it's really like my thing is like I don't actually think it stops anybody. Like unless people are actively monitoring who their children are watching, all you do is click, yeah, I'm 18, and it's kind of like to save the company from getting in trouble because you click the 18 plus button, you know, like they acknowledge that this is what they were going to be seeing. My worry is that it would turn some people off, like, oh, I can't watch her because she's 18 plus, even though most of the time we are not really 18 plus. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, yeah, plus the little kid that's it's a fucking goat. Um, so, you know, I don't know. That's what makes me go back and forth because I have teenagers and I know they don't give two shits about whether it says 18 plus or not. They'll just click, yep, I'm 18 and go along. Like, what are the chances that other kids don't do the same thing? So, I mean, because even as somebody who monitors their children and like what they're doing, like you can only monitor so much. That one was really stuck to my thing. Yeah, so I think going into the new year, I'm going to change it to 18 plus. So just don't be shocked if one day you come in to watch and it gives you the big stop, you know, warning content you're about to think, you know. I was thinking about putting a shirt in the fourth wall that says I come or this is my warning label or something like that. Warning runs on profanity, uh caffeine and sarcasm, you know, like shirt that has like the giant like warning, you know, like this is my label. Yeah, like mature content. Like, mature content is possible. Be prepared. My thing is slowly working its way out of the view, or out of frame. The one author I read, she likes to come up with alternate versions of words, kind of like a twatopotamus. She's got like a whole list of them, and they like randomly pop up in her books. I mean, granted, they're shifter books. That the shifters are also bikers, so you know they're not out of place in the books, but they are hilarious every time I see one. Poor Fantasy. She got in the car yesterday and she's like, some boy flirted with me over email. And I was like your school email? And she's like, yeah. He is in two of my classes and he's never spoken to me before. Not like waved at me, not a hi in the hallway, nothing. And he sent me an email that was like, hey girly, and then I guess he asked her out or something like that, or attempted to flirt with her in some way. And I was like, okay. And she goes, yeah, but he had bad punctuations and he can't spell and he didn't capitalize when he was supposed to. She's like, if he can't even say hi to me, why am I going to respond to that? And I was like, maybe you're intimidating. And he felt comfortable like emailing you versus talking to you where other people could see in case you turned him down. And she goes, I guess I have been told I'm intimidating before, but really, there's spell check in the email program. She's like, strike out. You can't spell. You have bad grammar. No thanks. All I could do was laugh. Let's see if we can't get this screen done at least. I'll show you guys what the other one looks like now that's been drying a bit. Okay. We just missed a few G's, so let's grab those. Or maybe we didn't miss them so much as didn't get to them yet, but in any case, there's only a few, so G. Ooh. G. Okay, that was it. Just 4. So where did I put it? Right here. So this is what it looks like now that it's been drying some. So it doesn't look like I mean, it still looks a little cloudy, but that'll go away some more because it isn't completely dry. It's still a little tacky, but it turns very clear, and then it doesn't dull the shine or anything. But it's kind of like mortar or whatever, like between bricks, or like grouting in between tiles. It really helps it like all cement down. Okay. I'm going to still work on that in a minute, but let us find somebody to raid into. Let me follow Bricked Ed back. Okay. And then I said we need to find somebody new because we raided into Kitten last time. So maybe same category. Okay, that one's in French. That's not going to work. Ooh, this lady is making Pokemon plushes. So that's a possibility. How long has she been on? Almost 3 hours. That person's cross-stitching. Oh, but they're in French. There's nothing wrong with being in French. It's just I can't understand you in French. it's crocheting kitten, but it's spelled with K, so my brain keeps going crocheting kitty. But she's on starting soon, so by the time we're done and everything, probably will be ready to go, if not very soon. So let's try this person. Shout out. Oh, it started pouring again. If it keeps raining, it may not be anything at the zoo today. Crocheting kitten? Oh, not kitten, kitty. Like I said, they're crocheting. Hate when it does that. So, password does not follow you. It's not for them. It's not rated. No sound. Okay. I'm going to go to ending. But thank you all for hanging out today. We will finish the tree on Tuesday, and then we need to decide if we want to finish the advent calendar on Tuesday as well, since I'm not sure that I'll be, streaming at all on Christmas Day. Play that by ear, maybe Friday. if not. But we need to decide if on Tuesday we're gonna finish the advent calendar as well. I'll be back on Sunday, probably playing more Satisfactory, because you know we need to finish Fixmas. We need to work on finishing Fixmas. So yes. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Gotta finish up any holiday stuff for next week. I should click start raid and copy my own raid message. That's you know, a good thing to do. But yes, hopefully I'll see you in your stream or someone else's stream or back in my stream in a couple days. But I wish you all a great weekend, and yes, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be playing Satisfactory on Sunday, so if you want to play too, but if you want to play before then, Kevin, too, you can just shoot me a message. But yes, anybody wants to game at any time or do something or co-stream or whatever, just shoot me a message. I'm pretty flexible in the grand scheme of things. But yes, I wish everyone a wonderful weekend, prelude to your holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. My brain was like the light one, Hanukkah, or whatever festivity you celebrate this winter, or if you celebrate no festivities in the winter. But yes, have a great weekend till I see you again.